Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to the Halal in Travel Summit 2022. We are in the a very important session today, which is about Hajj and Umrah in the new digital world. That's the theme for this session. We have two special distinguished guests ready to share their experiences with you all. So we will start the session immediately. So as you know, the world around us is rapidly changing technology and as well as taking over as the driving force to transformation or reformation, you call it. So new ideas inspired by broader visions are surfacing. And also, this amounts to the need for us to adapt to this rapidly changing world and align ourselves alongside this fast-paced life. It is not easy, right? The way that we have been doing businesses, the way we have been running our operations, our businesses, or even any activities have changed. So similar to what we see happening in the world around us, the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah in Saudi Arabia, the official body of the Saudi government, has shared its vision of transforming the pilgrimage experience through digitization. So the GDS system has appointed 28 certified online websites to issue valid Umrah reservations, such that any booking that bypasses this system will not receive an Umrah visa. To that extent, the Umrah and Hajj operations have evolved using technology. So we have two distinguished guests with us to discuss this in detail. Let me introduce these distinguished guests, those who are going to take part in this today's session. Um, we have Mr. Mohammed Binmahfouz, the CEO and the founder of Umrahme, with us. He's a seasoned professional and visionary individual. Mohammed has 28 plus years of experience in building world-class products for consumers across Umrah travel and financial services. He has expertise in running large corporations and startups across many geographies. He has been instrumental in founding and growing Umrahme and has deep experiences in product development, architecture, and payment systems. He has completed his business administration, his MBA from American University, Kogod School of Business. So we welcome you on board, Brother Mohammed. And also, we have Dr. We have Dato Hajj Ahmad Ruzman bin Ahmed Razali. He's the Chief Executive Officer, Tabung Haji Travel and Services in Malaysia. Let me give you a quick brief about our guest. Dato Hajj Ahmad Ruzman bin Ahmed Razali is the Chief Executive Officer of Tabung Haji Travel and Services, or in short form, we call THTS. He also served as the General Manager, Domestic Operations at Lembaga Tabung Haji, TH, we call, since 2008. He previously held several positions at TH and TH Travel and Services. He holds a bachelor's degree, Operations Management, and a master's degree in Business Administration from Northern Illinois University, USA. So here we go. We have two special and two distinguished guests in the panel for us to discuss today's topic on Hajj and Umrah in the new digital world. So let me ask the first question to start the session from Mr. Mohammed Binmahfouz. The first question, could you tell us about Umrahme, the Umrah digital platform, Umrah and Hajj digital platform, to our audience, please?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum, and thank you all, and thank you for the invite. It's a pleasure to be a part of this session. Let me just give you a little brief about Umrahme. Umrahme established in 2018 as a digital platform. We had a vision of transforming the Mu'tamar journey from the traditional, ecosystem to digitalize it. We established in 2018, and Umrahme is a brand part of Travisi Group. Uh, we are present in 50 countries in the globe. We cover a lot of markets, i.e., Pakistan, India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Europe, North America. We have booths, access to all agents there. We have around 11,000 or 13,000 registered users in the platform. We have processed or assisted around 4.3 Umrah packages or P visas throughout the platform. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, just to get more about, I think it's 15 countries you are in operation at the moment and 11,000 registered users. It's mashallah, it's absolutely a huge number within the time limit that you are in the market. When when this Umrahme was launched, Brother Mohammed?
Yes, we launched. We part of the Saudi, GDS, Saudi GDS in 2019. This is the vision of Ministry of Hajj and Umrah, and it's part of Vision 2030 to digitalize the ecosystem of the Mu'tamar journey, the phase of Mu'tamar. We started in 2019. Alhamdulillah, it was a great start at that time, and unfortunately, COVID put a halt on everyone, and we started in September, and in February, March of 2000, we stopped. And however, this is not, now we're back and as strong as before, and we look to take this journey to the next level, where we want to push and digitalize and how Saudi Vision 2030 is opening up and for Mu'tamars and Hajj and inbound tourism, and we need to be part of that success story and ensure that we provide the best service that we can to our clientele.
Inshallah. I think I will get back to that 2030 vision later on when we go on with the other questions, inshallah. Let me ask Dato Hajj Ahmad Ruzman, the CEO of Tabung Haji Travel and Services. First of all, the first question is, what were the challenges faced by Malaysia's pilgrims, and what are the opportunities you see in the sector? We are talking about post-COVID now, and I think your mic need to be turned on. Thank you. Yeah,
okay.
that's right.
So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mr. Moderator, and also salam to the rest, Ustaz Muhammad, and also sisters in the background. First, I will have to relate to you the pre-COVID as opposed to the post-COVID as you are focusing on. Briefly, pre-COVID, the system ran very well. We were introduced to the online Umrah visa application. Everything was done nicely, but still within a controlled environment. I'm talking on in a Malaysia scenario. So all processes or visa application, especially the key to any Umrah Mutamarin, is handled by a licensed authorized travel agent. License means licensed by the Malaysian government, or specifically called tourism ministry, and also they have agreement with their counterpart Umrah agent licensed by Ministry of Hajj and Umrah. That's pre-COVID. Then after COVID, Alhamdulillah, the Saudi government has opened up quite recently, and with the opening of Malaysian to go for Umrah starting 18th of October 2021. It was a good experience for us to be able to perform Umrah again, but it was followed immediately by the introduction of tourist visa. What is meant by tourist visa, brothers, that anybody can apply for the visa, unlike or different from Umrah visa. I think everyone understands. So, as everybody knows, pre-COVID, we have the airline online reservation system. Anybody can book ticket, and also you have people, that like people like Agoda, which made everybody able to book direct hotels in Mecca and Medina. Now the last piece of the puzzle is the visa. With the introduction of tourist visa, we can simply say anybody can do their own Umrah package. So, Umrah visa, they got the tourist visa, they can go there and perform Umrah. Then they already booked the ticket and the hotel, so off they go without any regulation. Even our Malaysian tourism ministry also cannot regulate them, and of course they don't need to go through licensed or authorized travel agents anymore. And I hope everyone do not forget that for us, or I think for most Muslim from all over the world that come to Saudi Arabia, when their main niyyah is to perform the Umrah, I think to them that journey as a whole is a spiritual journey. They just don't go there and do some sightseeing like other tourists that go to Europe or the rest of the world. So this to me introduced another aspect of the Umrah Mutamarin, or if you want to call Umrah tourism. Still, the fact remain, it is a spiritual and is relates to us and Allah. So we must take care of the spiritual thing of the ibadah. So that's the content that's missing if you do your own Umrah package, or what we call loosely as do it yourself, DIY. So when you do it yourself, who's taking care of the ibadah? So especially when you are there, there is nobody to refer to. If you have any question, then there is no one to guide you if you do your own Umrah. So I'm saying this not just because I'm one of the travel agent player, but even if you are on a neutral ground, you will see. If you don't forget that Umrah is a spiritual journey, mainly for Malaysian who willingly spend quite handsome amount of money, to buy the ticket, especially certain portion for the ticket. I mean, mostly most of the cost is from the ticket. So I hope not forgetting the fact, the challenges now for Malaysian as a summary is to take care of all these aspects together and not let it loose, so that people don't go there just simply like going to other places of the world. How to maintain and not waste their money and not attaining or achieving Umrah Makbul. That's the challenges that we have now. Talking about opportunity, of course, I think as a travel agent, we still see our relevance to be offering the service, especially taking care of all their needs, including the spiritual need, the ritual needs, the ibadah part of it, and also their safety, especially when they are there. even if they fall sick, safety and health. That one, if you go through travel agent, they will take care of everything, including any affairs related to repatriation if you fall sick and want to come back, and including if you are hospitalized for a long period of time. As compared to you go your own, it's not as easy. Even though everybody is required to take insurance, still when when you fall sick something, you have to spend money on your own. Then only you are supposed to claim from the insurance. By that time, you already have to depart back. Go. So most of the cases, they are forced to spend your money, but they don't have enough time to do claims, whatnot. So they come back here, they know. So we want to avoid all that. But prevention is better than cure. So you can avoid all that if you maintain the traditional way of going through travel agent, which means to me I would propose Umrah visa as the best, better solution compared to tourist visa for anyone from Malaysia to perform the Umrah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. There's another question related to your answer. Basically, Dato Ahmad, now if you see compare the Umrah pilgrims going through an agent, travel agent, versus obtaining a tourist visa, are you seeing any increase in the number of tourist visa with the pilgrims? Do you see a growth?
Yeah. So just taking a sample at the more than 50% of sample. I take data from Saudi Arabian Airlines. I don't take from Malaysia Airlines because recently Saudi Arabian carry slightly more than Malaysia Airlines. So which means we are taking 60% of the market. From that sample, which is the majority, at least 90% people, according to Saudi Arabian Airlines Kuala Lumpur,
It's
uses
called
their tourist
usually
visa.
tourist
Only
visa.
10% remain under Umrah visa. That's
All right.
statistics. Yep.
Okay, Jazakallah khair. Let me ask this question from Brother Mohammed, the CEO of Umrahme. How have the digital platforms revolutionized the Hajj and Umrah experience from your perspective?
A lot. A lot of changes on the digitalization ecosystem,
Yep.
and where we want to achieve. As Brother Ahmed mentioned, that currently a lot of maybe from Malaysia, a lot of the groups, they are in Asia. They come in groups. They don't come in individuals. How the travel agencies and tour operators and authorized Umrah companies perform, the transactions. Usually, they come and they take all the requests and they prepare and they quote and all static packages. This is the Umrah process for many years, and how it evolved, okay, throughout. Now is where the digitalization, where we have, Umrahme and integrated to the Saudi GDS, where we cater for two fronts. Well, the first front is catering for external partners, which is travel agencies across the globe, and we have the Umrah operators in Saudi Arabia who approves the visa and the ground services. So if we focus on that front first, so that caters for the grouping for Umrah visa, okay, and it's there where we customers of Umrah or travel agencies and with the UOs, Umrah operators, they can come and customize their own packages, and they can buy inventory through Mecca and Medina and the transportation companies, approved ones, and choose the ground services plus the insurance, visa, so the whole package can be purchased directly into it. What we did is when we envisioned how to digitalize this ecosystem, we took it to two streams. The first stream is B2B, where we cater for the groups. Second is we focus into B2C, because now with the new generations, how it's evolving across the globe, you have a lot of people, they want to purchase their own packages of Umrah or tourism, in general, on the fly. I just want to go, log in, see what's the availability, buy the package, issue the visa, and come. So a part of the ecosystem in Vision 2030 of digitalization, the whole ecosystem. Now the government rolled out the B2C part of it, which was launched, and now any mu'tamir can easily get a complete package, hotel, transportation, ground services, visa, insurance on the fly, plus airlines, of course, on the fly, on B2C, and can come immediately next day. So how we evolved things, we had real-time pricing, dynamic platform, listening to customers, what's their own requirements, what they envision, and how they want the digitalization and to expand, and giving them the best service that we can, and of course adding add-ons into the platform, where taking it from outside the normality of traditional process into having services on the fly, so they can focus into their coming to perform. They want to stay and focus in Haram. They can see what is around surroundings in their spare time. They can enjoy going visiting other areas. So we wanted to take it to the next level of experience. Okay, we have a lot to show here in Saudi, and how now it's ease up and open up of this ecosystem, and where we can have the people come and see. And definitely, I mean, we have a lot to add into this ecosystem and how it evolves.
Yeah, thanks for that explanation. I just have another to extend to your explanation. Now, when you look at the user profile, B2B, not B2B, B2C actually,
Yes.
which age group that you notice that they've been basically utilizing your digital platforms more than any other groups?
In B2C, currently you have two different streams of users. One, users where they book the full package themselves, they pay for it, and they come. Another, users where they book on behalf of their parents, on behalf of their cousins, on behalf of their family members, where they want to buy a package where they give it to them as a present, or they want to be with you. So a team lead can do the flow and come. So we cater for both. To give them better experience, journey or cycle of the transaction flow.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Jazakallah khair for that explanation. Let me ask Dato Hajj Ahmad, how do you see the digital platforms and their contribution to the Hajj and Umrah sector in Malaysia in particular? I know it's a very tricky question to you.
Yeah,
but you can
I try to give the positives first. So talking about the positive, yes, I understand. Ustaz Mohammed is an IT guy, maybe. So thank you very much for all the facilitation provided by the system. Make it very easier. Everything is by finger touch. At anybody's disposal. Whoever has access to the internet can make their booking for Umrah. Okay, so It's good in that way. You facilitate everything, and of course, you are still working more and more to make it easier to add value, and we appreciate all that. I have to relate back to what I mentioned before. With this easy access to go to Umrah, it opened up a new uh, market whereby now not only travel agent in Malaysia can handle Muktamarin, also any individual. They don't have any overhead. They have to maintain any office, any staff, any mutawif, nothing. Me, let's say, after I retire, let's say I can just go to any coffee shop, open up, even not even laptop, just open up one handphone. I can be a one-man office can handle Umrah. With all my 30-year plus experience, I can be quite, credible to most people. Who want to go Umrah? Come with me. And I do. If I have good niat, I do perform my function, Alhamdulillah. But if I'm so, that's okay, just I want to make some money, pocket money, coffee money. So I can just do whatever service level I want to give. That's why sometimes I don't know other country, but in Malaysia there are people who doesn't get what they paid for because now the system of give opportunity for these people, which when you have individuals, there are so many type of individual, and not all of them adhere to the good practices. So this we will hear more and more cases after this. I'm not saying that I'm wishing for that, but I'm saying that it can happen easily because it become unregulated industry in Malaysia. In Saudi Arabia point of view, it become more and more highly regulated. All system very watertight, very nice. But from our point of view, it become deregulated bit by bit, steadily and surely. So I don't know. Finally, maybe it become a total revolution whereby maybe the digital part of it may have to recognize the spiritual part or the negative part of it, whereby the spiritual part is not really taken care by this by many of these individuals because they don't have any accountability. They are not a company. If you are a company, you are regulated. One hand you're regulated by Malaysian tourism, like this. And then you're regulated by Saudi Ministry of Hajj. You're like this. You really have to perform. Go by the book, by the hukumah, not just any loose kind of operation. But if individual, they have nothing because I'm as individual can open up the system, create my one best password. I can apply visa for as many people as I can or as willing to come with me. So you're going to open up to a lot of problem later on. But what can we do? There's a cost of advancement, cost of digitalization. We hope if I have my way, I would I embrace digitalization, but at the same time it should be still regulated. Let's say you can only apply through travel agent, so only travel agent shall have this password. Like we use for the Hajj system, all must have a password before I can even process Hajj visa. So so that before you get the password, you must be what, a company registered with whatever local or let's say in Malaysian case, Malaysian Ministry of Tourism. So at least taking care. When you are registered, means you have proper office, you have enough paid up capital, you have the enough manpower, qualified manpower to handle the Tamarin from the moment they depart and before they depart, to teach them on the religious part so that they are ready to go there and behave nicely. Don't waste their time and money by not performing, not according to the ritual needs, and also don't violate any Saudi regulation over there. But when you open up, the one that operate or handle this pilgrim unregulated people, so they may send people that is not educated and no religious briefing, so they will go there, as like any other destination. Saudi Arabia will just be another tourist destination, but that's beyond us. We do as best as we can. We embrace digitalization, but it's regulated digitalization. As you see, internet. If you don't regulate internet, many things can happen, right? So that's why internet also, when they are so open, but after a while they know they need to control this. So even let's say Facebook, they got to control the content. Some people are blocked. Why don't they just open everything?
Yeah.
So they will realize after a bad experience, then they will realize. So
Yeah.
I hope we don't go to that very extreme. We hope
Yep.
we are not that severe, so that everybody will be safe and nobody is being denied their time expenses. Don't waste their time and
Yeah.
spend. Okay,
Thanks.
thank you.
Jazakallah khair. Dato Ahmed, I'll ask a related question with regard to that. Your concern is it's not been regulated in Malaysia yet, digital platforms.
Yeah.
So has Tabung Haji or Ministry of Tourism in Malaysia have taken any steps in regulating these sort of platforms, or have you all taken any considerations, I mean, up to now?
We have been engaging Ministry of Tourism from the very beginning. So when they opened up the Umrah for Malaysian Mutamarin in October, the regulation that come up from Ministry of Tourism that you must go on Umrah visa, you must go direct flight, Saudi Arabian Airline and Malaysia, because that time COVID was still high. There are many cases of COVID, and you must go through licensed travel agent.
Yeah.
But then when the introduction of the tourist visa, the ministry surrender. They cannot do anything.
Yeah.
As now,
Okay.
they cannot do anything because I can apply and then I can apply for other people, 100 people, 200 people. I go by, I got my ticket, I got my visa. Nobody can deny my boarding. So I got boarding pass, then off I go. Tourism just cannot, cannot do anything. They are helpless.
Yeah. So let me ask this question from Brother Mohammed. Being as a CEO and a founder of Umrahme, and what do you think from this perspective? You see that Malaysia, a country which is sending a huge volume of pilgrims to Makkah al-Mukarramah, and now you see the challenges in their countries that they face. And from your perspective, being a back end and managing a huge platform, which is the leading platform currently when it comes to Umrah and Hajj, what were the challenges you faced during the launch of Umrahme for the first time? Because so the first time, it's a mindset, changing the mindset from traditional approach to send pilgrims to Makkah, and also using digital platforms. So what were the challenges you faced?
Excellent. We are Umrah, not Hajj. So
Sorry, for Umrah. Yep.
Just a clarification.
Yeah.
Of course, when you start a new, and we are regulated by the GDS, Saudi GDS, which is Maqam, from our side. Of course, when you start a new journey, you encounter a lot of obstacles, a lot of people do not like to change. Change is very difficult across the globe. We're humans, and we understand that. And what we try is to understand the requirement, understand our vision, what we want to achieve, how we understand the end customer, the mu'tamir himself, what he wants, what is in his wish list. Understand the requirement across the globe, in Asia, in Malaysia, what is the requirement, what is needed, what type of catering, what type of meet and assist, what requirements in Indonesia, in Pakistan, in India, or North America. You understand all the requirements, analyze them, and come, start one by one where you cater for them. So a lot of the challenges, honestly, is you need to be patient, listen to the ecosystem, listen to the end users. Not only the end user is a mu'tamir. End users can be, it is a travel agents. He is using your ecosystem. He wants to ease his process. He wants to be efficient, you know. So we encountered a lot of challenges, but what we believe, we are very agile. You know, when we get requests to change, we change them fast. You know, we have weekly releases. You know, it depends on the requirement, and major releases also. So the key is listening to our partners. You know, listening to them, ensuring that we deliver what they want. Okay, it is very. At start, it was we encountered challenges because people they don't want to change, but definitely now looking back since 2019 or 18, since the start, big changes. We have a lot of people who they come and say, we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you do it for us? Because they realize how, and they understand how the flow is happening, how the ecosystem is evolving. And we've seen, I mean, here a lot of changes is happening, from in Saudi, and we are evolving very fast. And we, as a private sector company, that we evolve with the ecosystem as much as we can to ensure that we cater and provide customers. One of the key areas that challenges that we encountered when we launched, it was listening to the customer and ensuring customer experience. Mm-hmm. It was a very challenging time in the start. However, our focus was number one is customer experience. That's where we built the technology, provisioned a complete, ERP systems where we have 360 seeing the customer, listening to him in social media, listening to him, seeing his history, his everything. That as soon as he calls us, we have his history and how we can, what last communication with him. Nobody's perfect, but we tried a lot to ensure, we put that, scale up our bar where we want to, achieve customer experience across the globe, across the board. Sorry.
Yeah. And how about the opportunities? What are the opportunities you see in the near future? I know you wanted to give a better customer experience. This is one of the USPs that I think Umrahme is implementing. That's what you are leading in the digital platform in the sector. So what are the opportunities you are foreseeing in the future, inshallah?
Definitely good question. I mean, now if we go pre-COVID, Umrah season used to be 7.5 million. Mm-hmm. And 7.5 million pre-COVID. And this year, Umrah season, I think, around close of between 1.6 to 2, not yet, have the final number. And we see Vision 2030, where the opportunity, we want to achieve 30 million. Mm-hmm. So there is a lot of work, and I think the opportunity is big, and not only in Umrah, where we have Umrah plus, where we have tourism inbound. Ensure that people can come to Saudi and perform their Umrah, and they can do their sightseeing, go to Al-Ula, new places within Saudi Arabia, Taif, Jizan, beautiful places, and I think we want to show the whole. I'm based here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and next to the Red Sea and next to Mecca. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. I'm blessed. Alhamdulillah. God blessed us on this. And I want to evolve that experience when a Mu'tamir wants to come, and I want him to come and check out the place, check out the how after Umrah come and see it. And I think this is a great opportunity for across the globe to come and discover Saudi. You see how Saudi Arabia and with its own accessibility in tourism and in Umrah, of course, and everything. And I think product development, big area for improvement in evolving products. It's a key opportunity to evolve it. The infrastructure is evolving also. Now, King Abdulaziz Airport opened up the new terminal, which is I don't know if you visited recently, but it's magnificent. It's something huge, and how the services evolved in it, and I think it can cater for huge numbers. This is an infrastructure opportunity where we have Haramain train, opened up. So we are focusing on, we're working hand on hand and how we evolve our products and infrastructure and discover Saudi. This is a big area of we want to focus on. Umrah and discover Saudi Arabia, and we want to have the Mu'tamir come and enjoy and his stay in Saudi and see all the new places and the new things. One area, and I think it's a lot of focus that also we are working on, is Sharia compliant financial products. Okay, we understand in Asia, a lot of the Sharia compliant, and even here in Saudi. So we are evolving, on the fintech side of things, and specialized focus on Sharia compliant products. This is an area, and I think we are evolving, and I think there is a lot of room for it to grow, and we get the experience from our partners across the globe, where they evolve throughout the years, and how we can collectively work on.
Yeah. Jazakallah khair. A beautiful explanation. As you said, the infrastructure has been very well developed compared to the previous years now. When Mu'tamir comes, and they can, of course, perform their rituals and then ibadas, and then they can go and visit and explore Saudi Arabia. The last question with Dato Ahmed is that how do you see the new Umrah Hajj custom experience evolve with the technology? I mean, what do you think? I think you had to unmute your mic, please. Thank you. Yes. How do you see the new Umrah Hajj custom experience evolve with the technology?
As I said before, we embrace technology. When you want to do business, there's no other option, but you must embrace technology and if not at par, you must pursue technology as fast as you can. Otherwise, you'll be left behind, and at the worst, you cannot grow. You cannot grow at all. So who don't want to grow their business? And everybody want to have their business grow and grow and grow. So the only way to grow is to be connected to the internet, simply put, as a layman we say that. So speaking on our own experience and our ongoing project, we are actually in the progress to have our own application apps, mobile apps, whereby through a simple mobile device, you can book the Umrah directly through our travel agent, and our platform. Our offering will be online just by using the apps, which means the customer can check the availability of flight, and then our package. They even can customize the package to suit their schedule, to suit the number of days they can be on leave, whatnot. So we are on that track to use or to benefit from technology. At the same time, other people also in Malaysia, talking about Malaysian scenario, some apps developer or some digital company, they are also developing apps. Some of them, they call it Muslim lifestyle apps, whereby among the menus or the choices that they have, one is talk about going for the Hajj and even the Umrah. So that's on a bigger scale, and even non-Umrah player, they have that. And with that, not only the first thing I mentioned is our own apps, but at the same time, we are also working with those people so that our product can also appear under their Muslim lifestyle apps. Alhamdulillah. So, for example, we have the Noor app, NOOR. If you can Google that, you can download the apps now. You can do booking. Hopefully, but still working, work in progress. Maybe after a few months, you can book Umrah, our package, in fact, through their apps. In the meantime, we also develop our apps. So we cannot do without digitalization in order for us to grow. But again, my point is to have somebody to look the other aspect also, which should never be separated from when you talk about Umrah and even the Hajj.
Right. Thank you. Jazakallah khair, Dato Ahmed. It's nice to see, or good to see that in Malaysia, the digitization of travel and tours, especially when it comes to Umrah and Hajj, is being basically, catching up. It's catching up, and inshallah, and also it will be regulated, as you said, pretty soon, and inshallah that will be streamlined. Over to you, the last question from the back end, of course. Mohammed, how do you see the new Umrah Hajj custom experience evolve with technology?
Excellent question. Seeing how the Umrah evolved in the past years, and Hajj, how it's happening and evolving. And I think digitalization to achieve the numbers of 30 million Mu'tamers, Vision 2030, and achieving, this require technology. To scale up is the required technology. This is the only, key factor that you require to evolve that. And then I think our focus in seeing, achieving, Vision 2030, and how we, as Umrahme, there is a huge opportunity here, and in technology, and how we can diversify, the different channels of streams that we can, access to evolve that number globally. Okay, and we see markets have changed a lot dynamically, especially after COVID. Now, certain markets evolve, and we see the gap in just 2 years, and we were like, oh, what's going to happen now? We see that they achieved so much, and now they're running, and then, in digitalization, and the demand for tech across the globe is huge, now. Definitely, we as an Umrahme and as an OTA, online travel agency, we look forward, and we are keep evolving that experience, evolving our services, and we have a lot in the pipeline, from a digital perspective, to evolve and to achieve, and I think this is the way future. Now our generation, our kids, and they're evolving, and mashallah, tabarakallah, they're smarter than us. Our children, like, having an iPad, and he's 11 years old or 8 or whatever, and he's asking us questions and that we never thought of, and mashallah, tabarakallah, this is where now our focus, for the new generations to come. And to ensure that give that digitalization and all the way, it's I think the future very positive, and with God wills, if everything no COVID again,
Inshallah.
Inshallah, alhamdulillah, ya Rabbil
Alhamdulillah. Barakallah Feek, Barakallah Feek. And Jazakallah Khair for both the distinguished guests. I think we really enjoyed the discussion. And Dr. or Dato Ahmad Ruzman, who represented Malaysian Tabung Haji travels from the front end, also from the back end, from digital platforms, the founder of Umrahme, Brother Mohammed Binmahfouz. I really appreciate for your valuable sharing your valuable thoughts with our audience in this session. I would like to thank you, the audience, those who are participating in this session, Hajj and Umrah in the new digital world. And Jazakallah khair. I'm looking forward to seeing you once again in another session. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
And I would thank you, Brother Irshad, and thank you, Brother Ahmed, and thank the audience, and the Halal Travel Globe Summit for giving us the opportunity to have us in the session. And I would like to end it. I always do that. I would like to take a selfie, so I know we're virtually, huh? So here, huh?